He-Man and Skeletor each sold separately. Castle Grayskull also sold separately from the Masters of the Universe collection from Mattel.
Good morning, Yesterland fans. I'm Neil, and on today's episode of The Toys That Made Sense, we're going over the Mattel Creations exclusive toy line. That's right. Big controversy right now, as always, anytime a new release comes out, right? And this week, we just had Grizzlor release on Friday, and then on Saturday, they did an open purchase at midnight, 12:01 Pacific Standard Time, and you can buy an unlimited amount. So, opened up a lot of controversy over the last, 72 hours of what's going on with Mattel. What is Mattel doing? But before we dive into this today is September 11th, 2022, and remembering 21 years ago what happened in our country. So I'd like to take a moment and reflect on it, and basically let's never forget what happened. Let's not forget about the women and children and all the first responders that gave the ultimate sacrifice on this date, and your souls will never be forgotten. Okay, with that being said, let's dig into this. Again, Mattel Creations has once again caused controversy and stirred up the toy collecting market, if you will, with another release of a limited edition first run that sold out. In my calculations, me personally, I saw it sell out in about 14 seconds. 14 seconds. Now, a lot of other people said, no, it sold out under a minute, it sold out under 4 minutes, but I can tell you personally, and I was a purchaser, I got mine as well on the first run on Friday at 11, it would have been 11 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time, and obviously noon Eastern Standard Time. And it sold out like that. Just like Wondar did, just like Coldar did. I don't remember how fast Sunman sold out, and I don't remember how fast Comic Book Triclops sold out. But needless to say, with Grizzlor, he sold out just like that. And there's been a lot of controversy on why Mattel is putting these exclusive characters out like this in their Creations fan-back platform. And there's several other channels out there. There's actually a very good video right now that explains it from Tony Roberts from Analog Toys. He really dives in depth and gives a good explanation. So if you haven't checked that video out, I recommend going to check it out now. I'll put it in the description here as well, so you can have a quick reference to it. But why are the toy manufacturers doing this? Why are they specifically targeting the 38 to say 46, 47-year-old adult, which I fall in there, and going with this platform of selling to the fans through a fan-backed toy when they already have the tooling completed, right? This is basically He-Man. This is basically regular Triclops. Sunman would have been the only newly tooled one, right? With the head, maybe the boots. Coldar, basically He-Man, new head sculpt. And then Grizzlor, we already have Grizzlor, and I have him. He's in my box, put away, and I was going to bring him out for this and that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive release. It's just so big, it would have really taken up a lot of the table, but you've seen my video on it. I have him. I just didn't feel like bringing him out in that 4-pack. But these four right here, now including Grizzlor, are some of the most big controversial pieces amongst the collecting community of, one, they sell out fast. Mattel's not giving us distribution properly. And three, it's stirring up such a frenzy. The questions asked are, is Mattel doing this just to start a frenzy? Do they really not know how to do this and get this out properly to the fans? Or are they trying to make a nostalgic, retro, frenzy, holy grail piece in the new modern collecting community, collecting vintage? It almost sounds absurd. They're crazy questions and hypotheses and theories to think about, but the reality is they're causing this frenzy, and they're irritating the collectors and the fans. And I, for one, have been irritated on it because I missed out originally on Koldar. I couldn't get him, and I ultimately traded with him with another Wondar He-Man that I had with a fellow collector and picked him up. I was fortunate to get Triclops and Sunman when they came out, and I was fortunate to get Wondar. I actually forgot that he was going live, and I just happened to get in, and boom, I got him. I was surprised. But us as fans, should we be having to do this? Should we be having to rely on the manufacturer to put out these exclusives through their fan-back creations department that they say they need the money, they need the fans' money to make these characters come to life, when they can do this on their own? That's the big question. Is this an ethical way of marketing to fans, or is it a strategic, smart way marketing to the fans in our age group, again, living specifically on nostalgia? And if you also want to watch another interesting video, Michael French from Retroblasting put it out here earlier this week, basically talking about nostalgia and moving forward. And nostalgia, the definition, as he says, of nostalgia is it's going back and it's ending, right? It's nostalgia ends at some point. Whereas moving forward with the new outlook and direction, you're achieving new success, new lines, or branching off of lines and making that line live on through new storytelling, character development. Very interesting, very useful video for a lot of us collectors. And I, for one, had opened up my eyes to look at it from a different perspective that I hadn't been looking at it before. So I'll drop that link also in the video. But back to this real quick. Should Mattel be doing this? And quite frankly, I don't think they should be. I don't think they're hurting the fans enough to where the fans will give up on it and say, I'm never going to buy that way again. Because if you're a completist like I am when it comes to the Masters of the Universe Origins line, I'm a completist. I want as much as I can get of it because, and I'm going to sound hypocritical when I say this, I'm yearning and living for that nostalgia factor of these toys. These are the toys that brought such a great feeling to me as I am now, as I was as a child. And a lot of it, a good 95 to 99% of this is basically the card work that I'm really collecting. It's the art in the card work. And I don't want to miss out on it. And it's terrifying in a sense, right? When you're in the queue trying to purchase this stuff and you're missing the mark and you don't get one. And that has happened a lot. Now, Mattel says they fixed that algorithm or that formula with this Grizzlor by opening up the 12:01 release Pacific Standard Time Saturday morning, that everyone will be able to get one. And I've kind of stayed up on top of it with social media, and people are picking them up. Where the frustration is, because the toy has already been tooled, it's already been made, They don't have to tool anything, manufacture anything other than the new design and the artwork, which was done months prior. And now they're giving us a release date for those Saturday releases next summer. There's no need for that. There is no need to release a toy like that next summer when you already have the tooling and the mold completed. To drag the fan on that long, Mattel, is unethical. It's not right. And you guys should be ashamed of yourself. As much as I'm a loyalist to this line and I love Masters of the Universe, releasing these toys in a creation line or the creation format and platform, I say shame on you. You shouldn't be doing that to the fans. And I hope this video does get to you. I'm going to complain, but I'm going to continue to collect, and I will get it, hopefully, or through trade, or through however I need to buy those items. But I don't agree with the way you're marketing these toys. It's not right, especially when you're targeting us, this 40-something age group, which you know we can afford it now. A lot of us are very successful and have valid jobs, and we have a good amount of income coming in. And you pry on that, and you think with your techniques and your strategies of how you're going to offer this to us is going to work. And it does, because I'm a sucker for it. I'll admit right here on my channel, I'm a sucker for this. But at the end of the day, it's not right. And one would think, well, if you're being suckered like that, why don't you just give it up? I can't. I'll tell you right now, I can't. I'm a die-hard nerd for this stuff. I love Masters of the Universe. And I love the artwork and the creativity that goes into it. I just don't agree with the way you're, you're getting this out to the fans. It's not right. It's not. Will you continue to do it? Yes. I really don't see you changing. It's a way to start the frenzy, and I guess you think you're getting the collectors excited, and we know you troll the chat rooms and the Facebook pages and the YouTube channels. We know you're doing it, and you thrive on it, and you make it beneficial to you. But some of us fans will continue to buy it, but we're going to bitch about it and how you're treating the rest of your fans when you do it this way, because there are people that can't get this stuff, and especially when it comes to your overseas shipping, which makes absolutely no sense. How can this stuff be created in China and it's already being shipped out to like Malaysia first and Europe, but you can't ship out this Mattel Creations item to your international collectors and toy stores? You're not offering it on this new Grizzlor release? How is that possible? How do you explain yourself on that? Please, someone give me the answer when you're already making this stuff in China and it's getting released to the fans. Explain it. It's not right. It's not fair. And I know life's not fair. But what you're doing to the fans it's uncalled for. It's not right. And the marketing and the distribution, I can go into it. Now, I will give credit when due. You guys have put out a beautiful line, really capturing the vintage image of what Masters of the Universe was with this Origins line. And it's beautiful. There's no doubt, hands down, a beautiful line. Watch my videos. You see my wall behind me. It is plastered with MOTU Origins, with a little bit of Masterverse Revelations first series and second series. It's a great line. I will give you credit. Beautiful artwork, beautiful tooling. I'm a sucker. I'm going to buy it. But your platform on how you're getting it to the fans is uncalled for. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be getting this out like you did in the 80s with distribution. There's no excuse for it. Don't give me the delays on ships getting here because of COVID and all of that. That is horse. That is horse, you know what. You can get other distributions of your product line like Barbie and keep those aisles packed and filled to the shelves 12 months out of the year. Why can't you do that with the boys' toys or the collecting toys? I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't understand it. And it's wrong. And you talk about empowering the youth and giving the youth, you know, bringing back that toy collecting experience for young children today. You're doing it for the females, the girls. On the boys, it's hit and miss. It's spotty. It's holy. And it's not right. Don't go down the hole, Mattel, like Hasbro with HasLab is doing with the classifieds line. Don't do that. Don't follow that formula. Now, I know you're going to come out with the Attorney of Play set. And again, I'll say it. I'll probably be a sucker. I'll buy it as long as it falls in that price point, like I said in my live stream last week. I hope you don't do it that way, but I know you're going to do it that way because you already announced you're going to do it. I would love to see you just recanter at the last second and change your mind and go, you know what? We're going straight to retail so everybody can get one. That would be awesome. Do you know how much respect you would earn from the toy collecting community, especially in my age group? You would earn it just like that. But I don't see you doing it. So, anyways, I'm going to end this here. I don't want to go too far. Is this the end of the Mattel Origins, Creations, whatever you want to call it, line, as it says in my title? I don't think so. I don't think this is the end. If anything, I think this is the beginning. But boy, I would like to see you end the Creations line or the Creations format and bring this straight to retail 100% of the time. I think you can do it, Mattel. I think you're hearing us. Just make it happen. All right, guys. On that note, as always, I appreciate you turning in to Yesterland Toys, the toys that made sense. You can follow me on Patreon, TikTok, Instagram. Subscribe to my channel, share this video, share my channel with the toy community. And as always, I'll see you in Yesterland.